Hello guys, it's Flipping Markets here. Let's begin the first breakdown video of 2022. Okay, so let's see. We are on the 4-hour chart right now, as you can see. And price is moving in an extremely bearish trend in this region, creating a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs over and over again, creating huge inefficient pushes to the downside over and over again, respecting supply zones, breaking through demand zones. Here was a demand tap also. And we have this supply zone marked out in this region. It created inefficient push, created liquidity sweep, created demand break, created breakout structure to the downside. So this is a really valuable supply zone. All of the supply zones below this supply zone are mitigated. As you can see, every supply zone in this region is mitigated. So let's focus on this region right now. And let's talk about the entry I just took today. As you can see, here's the demand zone. Here's the 4-hour extreme demand zone. And we are aiming for this demand zone with the long trades, as I sent in the markups. Okay, so we had this 4-hour demand zone supply zone here also that changed character to the downside. As you can see, here was a change of character to the downside. And for change of characters, wicks are perfectly fine. For breakout structures, we need body breaks. For change of characters, we need wick breaks. So price change character from this supply zone to the downside. As you can see, we use this supply zone because it's a wick zone. The wick is higher than the last unmitigated zone, so we will use this as our supply zone. Price was ranging in this region, so this is a whole range, creating liquidity on the downside, creating liquidity on the upside. Here's a liquidity trend line also for the shorts, so price has a great chance to sweep all of this liquidity from this region. As you can see, here's liquidity, and all of this liquidity is just below this supply zone, this extreme supply zone. So this supply zone up here has one more confirmation, which is liquidity on the 4-hour chart. So price has a really, really high chance to sweep all of this liquidity from above this line, tap into this 4-hour supply zone. After the tap of this 4-hour supply zone, change of character and continue the overall short trend. Okay, so these are the expectations. And as I said, we have this liquidity trend line on the downside, and this will be the fuel for the shorts. So we have this liquidity. After a change of character here, price will collect this liquidity, and this will fuel the shorts. Price will collect all of these orders, and this will give power. This will give more power to price to create more short impulses. Okay. So let's see. As you can see, price slightly broke through this supply zone up here, but we can't actually call it a sweep, because it created more liquidity instead of sweeping the liquidity. So as you can see, it perfectly created liquidity line here. Just perfect equal taps, as you can see. So this is just a liquidity. Okay. After this price change character here on this zone, because this was the last high has been created, and this was the last demand zone that created that high, and price broke through this strong low with this huge inefficient push to the downside. Broke through this strong low, broke through the demand zone, broke through everything. So it means if a zone breaks, an opposite sign zone will be created, which is this one right here. So this is our 4-hour POI. This is our 4-hour supply zone that created a change of character. Price tapped this supply zone, as you can see here, and after it gave immediate reaction. Okay, let's switch to the 15-minute chart. Now let's see what we have here. As you can see, this was the 4-hour supply tap that changed character on the 15-minute also. So price tapped this 4-hour supply zone, and after a tap, it changed character to the downside here, because this was the last low that created the last high. So this is a strong low. Price broke through this strong low with huge inefficient movement, as you can see. There's huge inefficiency. It swept some liquidity from this region also. This region also created liquidity for the zone here. So this will be a really valuable zone. I just refined this zone on the 5-minute chart. As you can see, this is the 15-minute POI right here, but I refined this zone on the 5-minute chart for this supply zone. Okay, let's see this region. As you can see, price created the last low right here with inefficient push. This was the last low, and this was the last supply zone that created that last low. Price came back up, mitigated this supply zone, had a reaction, came back up again, couldn't break above, just wicked above. This isn't a supply break. So wicked above the supply zone, and after the wick above, price created inefficient push to the upside here, and the inefficient push came into the market from this demand zone, as you can see. This demand zone created the inefficient push, this demand zone created the supply break, the change of character on several places, the liquidity sweep from this region. So this will be a really valuable demand zone, and also this is the 15-minute flip zone. So this is the 15-minute flip zone. Okay, after this, price created the last high and started to form a pullback here, as you can see, and tapped into this 15-minute demand zone. Okay, if a 15-minute flip zone tap happens, then we are expecting a 1-minute change of character or a 1-minute flip zone again, and we are expecting an entry opportunity on that 1-minute zone. Okay, so let's see the 1-minute chart. So switch to the 1-minute chart. Okay, as you can see, this was the 15-minute flip zone. Price tapped this flip zone perfectly. And after the tap of this 15-minute flip zone, it gave immediate reaction to the upside. As you can see, mitigates the zone. After the mitigation, huge, really huge inefficient push to the upside, change of character here, also here, sweep of liquidity from this region, sweep of liquidity from this region. So this movement created inefficiency, liquidity sweep, change of character, liquidity sweep, everything, every criteria is fit, right? So higher time frame tap, liquidity sweep, inefficiency, change of character, all of the criteria are fit. We have a really good entry opportunity. But one more thing is missing, the liquidity creation. If a liquidity creation happens, then this will be a really high probability setup, and we can enter on this trade 100% for sure. Okay, so as you can see, after the high has been created, price started to do a pullback here and started to form liquidity trend line here. As you can see, this is just a perfect liquidity trend line for this zone. For this 1-minute zone that created inefficient push, change of character, liquidity sweep, and now it is a liquidity trend line also. So this is a really valuable zone. As soon as I saw the liquidity trend line, I just did set an order limit on this zone, and I used 2 pip stop loss because I use the full body entry because the wick wasn't bigger than the 50% of the whole body, so we can't use equilibrium entry here. I just used the 2 pip stop loss, and I was targeting realistic target, which is this extreme supply zone up here. And if you targeted this supply zone up here, you gained 11%. So just in maybe 40 or 50 minutes, you gained 11% profit. So as you can see, let's break down the trade. Price tapped this zone. After it gave immediate reaction to the upside, as you can see, really clear weak rejections, immediate reaction to the upside, change of character. After this, price built up liquidity trend line here again. Here's liquidity trend line. Just imagine how many orders are sitting just below this zone, this line. This was that demand zone that created the huge inefficient push to the upside and the change of character, as you can see. So this is the demand zone that created the inefficient push and the change of character. It has a liquidity trend line just above. Price created this liquidity trend line at new highs. After this, price swept the liquidity trend line to the downside, tapped into this demand zone that created the inefficient push and the change of character. And after this sweep of the liquidity and the demand tap, it just blew to the upside and did hit TP immediately, as you can see. So in 42, so in just an hour, you gained 11% profit. This is a really clear and textbook setup, as you can see. And I'm really glad that a lot of you guys took it. I'm really proud and glad you took it. So yeah, basically this is the trade breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a reaction if you did. See you in the next one, guys. Take care.